Welcome to Bruce Bikes America, which shares my 16-week cycling adventure across the United States with this series of 15-minute videos. The indirect route starts in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and ends at the Santa Monica Pier. Most of the adventure will be solo, but some friends and family join me along the way. I take time for an occasional beer or two and will introduce you to many of the interesting locals and travelers that I meet. From DC to Pittsburgh, the route ventures off-road on the C&O Canal Towpath and Allegheny Passage. We then make our way across the Midwest with endless fields of crops and beautiful small towns. We'll turn south at Bettendorf, Iowa, where I grew up, to follow the winding path of the mighty Mississippi River. And of course, no cross-country bicycle tour would be complete without a ride on the legendary Route 66. Between historic towns, we pedal across breathtaking landscapes, vast ranch lands, and tribal nations, the Painted and Mojave Deserts, through suburban Los Angeles, and all the way to the Santa Monica Pier. So please join me as we explore the diverse and beautiful landscapes and people of the United States at 10 miles per hour on this epic cross-country bicycle adventure. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Now, let's hit the road with this episode. To report there were no flats yesterday, and my tires still feel good this morning. Got down to the 20s again last night, so I got a hotel in Chambers, Arizona, and now it's about 40, and I think it's supposed to warm up to high 50s or 60, so it should be a nice day riding. I've always felt safe on the interstates because they had nice 12-foot shoulders. This one for quite a while has not had a solid white line, so it's almost too wide. It looks like a whole lane. It does make me a little nervous, hoping that somebody else behind me doesn't think it's a lane. Yeah, I made it to the Petrified Forest National Park, which is inside the Painted Desert. So what time is it in Arizona? That's a confusing question. Arizona and New Mexico are both on mountain time. However, it's daylight savings time for most of the country, but Arizona does not recognize it. So right now, Arizona is on the same as California time. However, most of what I've been on so far has been Navajo tribal lands, and the Navajos do recognize daylight savings time. So now I'm just on the edge of Navajo land and at the Petrified National Forest, and they follow Arizona's lead, so there's no daylight savings time here either. There you have it. So what time is it? I don't know. I don't have a clue. I'm just gonna ride. This is a petrified log. Very cool. Okay, so when you're in Arizona, this is what you have to do to keep track of time. Get 4 clocks. There's a Navajo taco at the Petrified National Forest. There's another set of 4 clocks so you can keep track of time in Arizona, and it does not have the Apache time. There is the Painted Desert, Petrified Forest National Park. And here's the most It might get eclipsed a quarter mile up the road, but so far this is pretty cool. Here's the Painted Desert Inn. Well, 15 minutes ago I said it was the coolest sight of the whole trip, but now I've come a little bit further up. This is absolutely spectacular. Here's the inside of the Painted Desert Inn. So when I was in the park, I asked about the Apaches because the Navajo Nation is pretty much from the border to where I'm at now to the east. And the Apaches, I'm going to hit their land soon, which will be going west. And the Navajo do follow daylight savings time. The Apaches do not. They do the same as Arizona and do not use daylight savings time. So they're opposite of the Navajos. So they're up some more of the confusion, time confusion. You can get some petrified wood there, but I don't need to carry anything extra. But look at a cool old place. The different colors, the different layers of the rock, just in this little pile on the side of the road. Curious about the vehicle makeup on the Interstate 40, or I just needed something to pass the time while I was riding. counted 100 vehicles. 30 of them were cars or SUVs, 17 of them were pickups or work trucks, and 53 of them were semis, and that doesn't surprise me. I am only a couple miles from Holbrook, my end destination, and I have a special lodging reservation tonight. Those of you familiar with Holbrook can probably guess what it is, but the rest of you will find out soon. Here I am, Holbrook, Arizona. Mesa Restaurant and Lounge. This is never a good sign on the door. Anybody involved in altercation will be prosecuted. The Empty Pocket Saloon. There's the Wigwam Motel. Check in, but it gets dark before 6 here. Okay, I already opened the door, and it's warm in here, which is nice because it's cold out. So this is the inside of the Wigwam Motel. You can see, I'm not sure why they have a ceiling so low. It's only about 8 feet and goes way up. It's a nice little room. There's the bathroom and the shower with the sloped headroom. That's a cute little place. So there's my teepee at Wigwam Motel in Holbrook. Super cool. 15 of these in a U shape. There's 5 on each side of the 3 sides. And then they have, I don't know, more than that, probably 20 of these old cars. Pretty good. If you're ever in Holbrook, I think I'd spend $79 to stay in a classic Route 66 motel. Teepee motel. Alrighty. Snake in the road. I think he's dead. Nope, he's alive. He's moving. Cows. I've seen a lot more horses than cows lately. There's a remote tribal road. String of telephone poles on the left. Truck stirring up dust as it goes down. At this 4-way intersection. 1-lane bridge and over the Little Colorado River, heading north into St. Joseph's. Or maybe it's just Joseph City. Yeah, we got a tumbleweed in the road. Hi there, you probably think I have food. I'm sorry I didn't bring you down with me. Sorry, no food. I'll pet you. That's probably not really what you wanted. Here comes your buddy. Hey there, how are you? Did I come over a little closer? Nope. What do you want over here? I'll pet you too. Nope. You get all the petting. Sorry I don't have food. See you guys. I'm just a few miles from the Jackrabbit Trading Post, and that's famous because it's been open for 70 years, but they used to have signs starting 1,000 miles away that said, 1,000 miles to Jackrabbit, and 500, all the way through. They just have tons of signs telling you who's there, and then you'd finally get there. So I'm going to be there soon, probably 3 more miles. Jackrabbit Trading Post. There used to be signs for 1,000 miles telling how far away this was, and then you come to this sign, and here it is. Here I am at Jackrabbit Trading Post. I'm trading the bike in for the Jackrabbit. It won't get as many flats. Onward, Jackrabbit. I'll go back to the bike. Mountain Flagstaff continues to get bigger. As the sun sets, Flagstaff keeps looming larger. Welcome to Winslow, Arizona. There's my destination, Earl's Motor Court. Must be the watchdog for Earl's Motor Court. And this is the La Posada Hotel in Winslow, the most impressive hotel I've seen on the route. in the bar. Here's the famous standing on the corner with the flatbed Ford. This is another Route 66 motel. This is Earl's Route 66 in Winslow, and they have homemade quilts. Very homey place, very nice. Good morning, Buffalo. Buffalo is the hotel pet. He's also the Wi-Fi password, but don't tell anyone. He's a good dog. And this is the owner of Earl's 66, digging out his stuff. Might get his attention. I'm here at Earl's Motor Court, and here's John. What you doing, John?
Well, I'm just soaking up this sun. Sure am.
You're from Texas?
Yes, sir. I spent literally months riding the train, and I found a place I liked. I just get off, and then I can get back on. It's a fun thing. You meet a lot of people.
I bet. So it's Amtrak. You're on Amtrak?
Yes, sir.
When you leaving here?
When I get ready.
Okay, that's a good time.
I just, I'm sort of like you. I don't have a schedule necessarily. Years mine, I'm not getting in the more cold.
Sleeping on the corner. That's what I did in Winslow, Arizona. And this is La Posada Hotel, built back in the heyday when Winslow was a big railroad town with a ton of money. But it's all restored and it's beautiful now. I learned how to drink there last night. This is the famous Standing on a Corner in Winslow, Arizona. Flatbed Ford. Slow down, take a look at me. Standing here in a corner in Winslow, Arizona. We've got Bobby standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, playing his banjo. Where are you from, Bobby? Oregon. I'm good, how are you? Good. I'm just kind of being a tourist. The fun and games and playing tourist in Winslow is behind me. And now the San Francisco peaks near Flagstaff are looming ahead. They've got, today and tomorrow I hope to get up there. Not to the top of the mountain, but to Flagstaff, which this will be my biggest climb and the highest elevation of the whole trip when I get up there. But it's supposed to snow tomorrow, so depending on how far I get today and the weather tomorrow, we'll see whether I ride tomorrow or whether I take tomorrow off. How does that look for rural living? In front of me is a good view of the San Francisco peaks near Flagstaff. Arizona exits are a lot like New Mexico exits. Nothing there. I have rode hundreds of miles in New Mexico and Arizona on the interstate, and that's the first time I've seen that sign. Bicycles use shoulder only. Fortunately, I was smart enough to figure that out myself. Two things to notice at this rest stop. One, pretty cool rock formations. Two, that is a southwest wind. And I'm heading straight west. So it's kind of pushing me sideways more than backwards, actually. It's hard to keep the bike up when I have a great big sail like that. But, onward. Off to my left is a deserted ghost town of Two Guns, which I understand Russell Crowe just bought not too long ago. So we'll go check it out. There's an old KOA campground apparently at the Two Guns exit. And over there, just to the left of this shelter, you can see some ruins, and that's the Two Guns ruins that I believe Russell Crowe bought. So this is the abandoned ghost town of Two Gun. Check out the mountain lions here. Read that Russell Crowe recently purchased Two Guns. this abandoned ghost town, and so in the future someday you may see this in a movie set. And when you do, I want you to remember you saw it here first at Brooks Pikes America. I was hoping Russell would be here, but I don't see him around. Russell Crowe, are you here? Bruce from Bruce Pikes America. Russell, let's here for some tea or gin and tonic. Russell. Can't find him. I don't think he's here. There's some more abandoned buildings and two guns over there with a deep canyon in between. My brother-in-law Jerome and his wife Mary live in Flagstaff, and he's going to come pick me up and take me to Flagstaff for the night and bring me back here to start again. There's a storm coming in tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll ride tomorrow or might take a couple days off, but we'll see. There's mile marker 223. Jerome is pulling up behind me. So I think this is the end of my day, at least cycling day. Oh, Jerome, wave to the camera, Jerome. That wasn't much of a wave.